Greetings everyone and welcome to um, traditional draft of Forgotten Realms. I don't have more than one the deck of many things, so I will be picking it just to get the collection complete at some point before the next set, ideally. And this is not a bad card. I mean, for 5 mana, okay, it costs a lot to play, but if you can play this card so that you are not immediately going to die, if you can really tap out for this thing, you will get so much value out of this in the later turns that it is an actually great card. I have lost at least one game to opponent playing this while I wasn't able to punish them for using 5 mana on such a thing, and then they just continued activating this turn after turn, and that was just too much to handle. Anyway, if this rare wasn't pickable, commons aren't great in this pack. I think the Cradle and the Tagnar are both pretty good, so I wouldn't mind picking either one. I'm not sure. I think I have played with the red-green card more, so I might have taken the blue-black card because because I haven't really played with it that much, but both are very good. Alright, so someone took a rare here. Okay, so I guess the deck of many things makes me want to play a late game focused deck, so this drop could be a thing. The uncommons are not really that amazing, and I think while this is not the greatest removal unless you are pretty deep in the venture, it's still okay. And I'll think the other options are not really that good. If I want to force some aggressive deck, I could take the Hobgoblin Captain, but I'd rather take the black card and see what else is going to come to my direction. The good thing about picking an artifact, of course, an artifact that has no colored mana requirements is that, well, you can put it into any deck. Alright, so I took a black card. There's the Drider and the Vampire Spawn, neither of which is particularly exciting. Although the Vampire Spawn is a defensive card which works with the deck of many things. It does share a color with my previous pick. You happen on a Gladys. I'm not that interested in it. It's a fairly weak pack. Again, if I want to play an aggressive deck, I could take the Dwarf Champion. I could take like a Pixie Guide, but I think I just take the uncolored card here if I get to play black in here. Oh, there's another Tagnar, so I'm gonna pass it, I suppose. And here is the real question. Do I want to play a Green Dragon or a Soul Knives? Why? I think the green deck might be better positioned for utilizing the deck of many things than the blue-black rogues. So well, it's not the rogues, but this thing is a rogue. So anyway, the blue-black kind of well, the archetype is interesting. I guess it could be a late game focused archetype too, but I think the green dragon is still the pick here now. Yeah, let's take the green dragon. Alright, find the path. Oh, there's a ray of enfeeblement. I'm gonna play it. The good thing about this card is that it is completely main deckable, and well, I guess this could be sideboarded out against the non-white decks if the -1 toughness doesn't really do anything, but it's definitely a main deckable card and amazing against white. So yeah, let's take it and go forward here. I think I will be able to play black. No, don't know about the green yet. So bullet. I guess this kind of is the black-green archetype. The thing that you can make creatures die and then you get benefit from with these end of turn effects. But it's a fairly hard theme to consistently kind of trigger. There is an improvised weaponry, which isn't the worst, but I have played, I don't know, is this really, I mean, red hasn't been that open. I think I'll just pass it and hope that I don't get anything too crazy red here, and I don't. White is definitely the most open color here I'm seeing, so even though I have the green dragon, I could decide now to play white. Zombie Ogre, not really a big fan, but I'm not a fan of picking another bullet either here. So it's a tough one. I might actually just take the fourfold champion. If I go black and white here, for instance, I do need some 2-drops. Does you find a cursed idol? Nice sideboard card. Also made a couple in some cases, but I don't know. I just felt like if white is going to be open, I might wanna pick that. But well, white isn't present really at all here, and then I get multiple green cards that I could play in this deck. So I think Thieves' Tool's usually pretty nice, but not with green. Green has a lot of creatures that have more than 3 power, so I think I just take the Neverwinter Dryad here. It's well positioned to get the deck of many things and the green dragon out. Okay, and then there's no white in here, so I guess the 4-fold champion pack was just, it had two other white cards too. I guess it was just some kind of an anomaly. I mean, what else could it be? Here I just take something. I guess this is the most likely card I end up playing. And here Inspiring Bard. Yeah, I guess it's gonna be black and green. Find the Path could be played. And here, well, I'm not playing red, so let's take the white card, but let's put the white and blue here now. I'll never play Great Axe. I don't really see how I could. I like the Spear Dagger though as a sideboard card. Okay, I got the Frog Hemot there. Let's just cut this thing. So I think these are the cards I would be currently playing. I picked some black here quite early, but then no black came later. But anyway, here is gonna be a Frog Hemot. Pretty nice rare. So I'm passing a red dragon, but that's fine. I don't draft red here. But nice black-red card I'm passing, which is fine. I don't play red. And I wouldn't mind having a Horde Robber here for the deck, but obviously I'm taking the rare here. Another Ray of Enfeeblement, and then pretty much nothing. There's a Hide Hexblade, there's a Sylvan Shepherd too. How many creatures I currently have? 6 out of 10 cards. Given that the pack is fairly weak, I think I'll take a Ray of Enfeeblement number 2 here, but I also think it's gonna go to the sideboard. I will sideboard it in, most likely. Okay, well, I did get the black-green uncommon signpost uncommon, which is the least exciting one, but it's still going to be the pick here. Hopefully I get something like I don't know, with this Cesra, maybe Sepulchre Goal. Nah, it just isn't good. I mean, maybe I'll get like a Sylvan Shepherd or Neverwinter Dryad. Doesn't really matter. I'll play Cesra. And you better get some value out of the Enters the Battlefield ability, because, well, I don't know, if a creature died this turn, the 2 life is just, sometimes you can't afford it, but I don't know. Let's peg it. 4 mana for 1/3 is sad though. I don't know why did they make it so bad statted versus compared to some of the other of these uncommons, which might have somewhat better stats. I mean, it could be at least a 2/3, I think. Okay, I'll take another green dragon. I have Find the Path and Neverwinter Dryad already to accelerate into it. So, and like I said, green doesn't really work that well with Thieves' Tools. So, and I'm gonna pass another great red card, so hopefully I get rewarded in pack 3 then. Now this is a very easy Underdark Basilisk. I have I have actually no 2 mana cards of any kind, and I of course need to have 2 mana creatures to get some board presence earlier in the game. So Underdark Basilisk is the only pick here, and very, very happy to get that in this deck. So yeah, this is really only the black card. Well, I took the Ray of Enfeeblement for the sideboard in this pack 2 again, but it seems that black is, in the end, not really open, and I maybe should have been green-white. Could take a Celestial Unicorn here, for instance, but I get another Cesra. These are legendary, so you can only have one of them out at a time, but I'm still taking it over a zombie ogre. But yeah, I think green-white was the color combination to be in. So I somehow got, also blue has some opening. I mean, there are a lot of blue cards here. But yeah, I think I somehow went to the black a bit early and then started picking green cards and no black showed up. So I don't know what happened there. Well, I take the ranges longbow for the sideboard. It's just way too late to go to something like blue here. So let's keep our current I mean this direction I'm going. So I will be playing some black, not that many black cards, but some. Now, do I think you find a cursed idol? I have one find the path. I do have a double green dragon, so I wouldn't necessarily mind playing find the path. I don't think I like the Manticore here or Fate's Reversal. I guess the Fate's Reversal could be okay, but oh come on, no one took the Kaline, so no one is black red. Surprising because black is so drafted here, but I guess no one just is black red. I'll take another Neverwinter Dryad here. Yeah, I'm not happy about the fact that black is so drafted here. Sure, I'll take the creature. And I'll take an uncommon because I won't be playing any of those. I will steal. Well, black's taken, but the thieves' tools come that late. I don't think this deck just cares about the thieves' tools. I should have ways to win here anyway. Let's take the Shepherd, although it's fairly weak stats. 2-3 is not great. Okay, Hand of Vecna is good. There's a Hunter's Mark too. So how this thing works? You just get a massive pump to any of your creatures. Because usually you will have some amount of cards in your hand. I mean, 2 isn't really that hard. It is 3 to play, could be kind of free to equip. Now there's also an Underdark Basilisk, which I hope to get back. I wouldn't take it over the Hunter's Mark, but I really need more early game here. I'm just thinking about Hand of Vecna. It is pretty decent, but my deck doesn't have a removal, so I'm really thinking that this might be one of the few decks that can't actually utilize the Hand of Vecna that well. I am mostly defensive. This doesn't do anything in defense. It's amazing in offense, but I think the Hunter's Mark is the pick here, as weird as it sounds. Okay, well there's a... Oh, this is... Oh man, this is tough. Because the Gnoll Hunter isn't at the best in this deck. It's actually fairly hard to trigger the pack tactics. I basically need to attack with like 3 creatures or with some kind of 5-drop and this. But Owlbear is just so good. It's just also very, tough mana. I mean, I might should take the 2-drop here. Take of many things, broke him out a couple of sets. Yeah, I have to take the Gnoll Hunter. I mean, I don't want to pass the Owlbear, but I need to have it for curve reasons. There's a dungeon map, but there's not a Gnoll Hunter. I get the 2-drops, I will pick them now. So this is mostly a green deck. Look at this, black is not open at all. Well, I'll take the Baleful Beholder. I guess I could take the Spiked Pit Trap, but it's very expensive. But this is an enchantment hate card too, but I have a couple of 6-drops. It's not actually, I mean, it would go to my sideboard. This is not gonna go to my main deck. I guess this is just too expensive removal. Okay, I'll take the Beholder for the sideboard. And unsurprisingly, well, there's some black, but the Eyes of the Beholder isn't that great. But I do have some mana acceleration, and my deck does lack a removal. Loathsome Troll is not what I'm interested in here. I think I'll take this 6-drop removal. I'd take it rather than the 4-4. Yeah. And there's a Horde Dropper. That's my pick. It's not gonna connect that easily, but it's a good blocker anyway, and sometimes it can connect. Who knows? Okay, Sampling Gas. That's something I want to actually have. Okay, good. I got those pretty decent stuff in the end. Now, Feign Death. Would I play it? How many creatures? 17. Okay, I do like the Feign Death actually. Yeah, let's take it. Another one of those, or a Hill Giant Herd Gorger? I think it's more likely that I will sideboard into 2 Feign Deaths. That really is the more likely scenario. Alright, so how easy is it going to be to get some value out of this? Well, we will see. I'm not a fan of having 2 Sylvan Shepherds. I think I will cut one at least here. And I will take the Eyes of the Beholder for the sideboard. I hope I don't have to sideboard into another one. I not even want to maybe run one, but I think I have to have some other removal. Well, I do have this drop, which is not gonna... Okay, dungeon map actually. Yeah, that's gonna be happening. Wow, how many soul knife spies I would have gotten? That's an amazing 3-drop. I think I would have gotten like 3. Well, whatever. Yeah, so what was I gonna say? I have the drop, which, well, with the dungeon map, I guess it can give -5, -5, -5. But mostly, it's -2, -2. Then I have the Rev Enfeeblement, I have the Hunter's Mark, and then I have the Eyes of the Beholder. Well, there's some amount of removal. We'll see. The thing about the deck of many things is that it's not really that great if you have a heavy curve. And I have 3 6-mana cards here, for instance, because the number of cards will be reduced from the die roll. But I suppose I don't have to activate it. Well, I guess I'm gonna activate whenever I have 2 spare mana. But, well, it depends on, of course, things. If the result is at 0 or less, I have to discard my hand. If the hand has a couple of good cards that I don't want to discard, I guess I won't be rolling die with this thing. But I do have a dungeon map, Find the Path, and 2 Neverwinter Triads. So I guess I have ways to accelerate quite a bit. So these cards in the sideboard will remain there. I guess I could get only the on-color ones, not that one. So these are the sideboard cards that won't be put to the main deck. I have 1 Feign Death and 1 Ray of Enfeeblement, 1 Eyes of the Beholder, 1 Sylvan Shepherd currently in the main deck. I might cut some of them, but I'm definitely not playing multiples of those. So let's see this view now. Herald of Hadar is also a card. I got this very late. I might just cut it. If it was an old bear, I wouldn't cut it. Maybe I will cut it now. And then 1 other card. Yeah, only 4 2-drops. I think that's a reason to play the Neverwinter Triads, both of them. Because they also, when I don't have a 2-drop available, I definitely want to have the curving out option of playing a turn 1 Dryad, turn 2 activate it to get a land. So that is a reason to play both of them. I usually don't necessarily want to play 2, especially when I have the Find the Path and the dungeon map. And this is currently 16 creatures. I think the Sylvan Shepherd, nothing cares about me gaining life, I don't think. So the Shepherd might just be the card to cut here. That is still like 3 plays on turn 3. I'd rather have my 4 mana plays. Shestra, yeah, it's not gonna always, if I play it on turn 4, the first ability might just not do much, but we will see. Yeah, I think this is the deck. Yeah, I mean, this is the main deck. So let's just add the lands then. It's gonna be more green. It's gonna be a 9-8, but let's have still, because I have 14 green cards, 9 black cards. I should really play, even though they've never been the Triads. And to Find the Path only give me additional green. I think 8 swamps will suffice. I have 1 double black card and that's it. Yep. 8 swamps and rest will be forests, like so. This is the main deck. Well, that is 0 lands. Let's mulligan that into 2-lander with none of them. I mean, I have 4 cards in the deck that give me more mana. So basically with 17 lands and 2 Neverwinter Triads, the artifact rock, the 3 mana thing that adds mana or ventures, and then the enchant land thing. I have 21 cards in my deck that add mana, or allow me to get more mana. Alright, here I think the Eyes of the Beholder is the easy cut. At least I do have one of the two drops, but I really need to draw some lands here now. Okay, that is at least good. I don't even mind skipping a turn 3 if I get a land for turn 4 bullet. Ideally a forest. Okay, well, I'm not gonna attack now because I will attack with it when I might get a bullet trigger. Okay, they get a treasure token. They're gonna attack. Okay, and well, Feign Death, that has to be it. I mean, it's the only play I have here available. I guess I could have stayed and blocked, but I don't want to play Feign Death into open mana. I suppose the opponent has 1 mana here, but if they don't block, that could be fairly annoying. And they block with that thing, which is also fairly annoying because they will definitely play with the Basilisk, block with the Basilisk. But I guess I only need to get, you know, mana to play all my expensive cards. This will be very good in the late game. Okay, well, good thing I put the Eyes of the Beholder back. So that thing is going to be incredibly hard to beat, but there's like a chance involving me drawing a forest. By the way, I have 9 forests, 8 swamps, and now I have drawn 1 and 3 respectively. But if I get the Rockhammer and they don't have a good blocker, I guess it becomes a 6-6, but that was obviously just never gonna happen. Do I even draw the forest? This untaps. No, this doesn't untap. It's actually a different card from, I think, the M21, which had the ability that otherwise the same ability, but also it untaps. So since I can't raise them, I have to leave this to block. It will become, though, it will become 5-5 here, so it can block the old bear. Green dragon can block the adult gold dragon. If the opponent can't prevent that from happening, I can still win even though they have gained a million life here. It was a pretty relevant treasure also because they don't have the white source. That treasure allowed them to. Okay. Treasure allowed them to you know, cast the white card in the first place. So now I'm just dead. I suppose there's no draw here. The dragon doesn't do anything. They attack with both. I will have to tap out. This thing gains me life. No, it gains life from non-creatures. So I can gain 1 life exactly. And it will be tapped. So yep, no reason to show any more cards to the opponent. Adult Gold Dragon unsurprisingly does win games when you can't answer it. So there's no plummet here either. Green was very open, but I never found a plummet, sadly. So Ray of Enfeeblement. The good thing about the Adult Gold Dragon is that it is a white card, so this is very good. I don't think I can afford to play another Eyes of the Beholder. That would be too many 6 mana cards, I think. What else? Cursed Idol thing. I don't think I saw targets for that. So I'm gonna have to, of course, lose something in here. Red, green. Well, the Vampire Spawn isn't that great, but it's okay because it is just a turn 3 play. I wanna have some ability to curve out. Sampling Ghast. I guess it's pretty bad against this stuff. I don't have any ways to really sacrifice it, I don't think. No. So let's cut the Sampling Ghast and hopefully Ranger's Lombo can allow me to block the flyer, but don't really think I wanna. I guess I just want to have a Ray of Enfeeblement and that will help me against the dragon. Okay, I can have my turn. I have the dragon answer. I have a turn 3 Inspiring Bard also coming up. Not that it is anything too strong. I get what 3 life and a 3/3 on turn 3, so nothing that the opponent can't handle, but at least I have here a curving out. Opponent did mulligan once so far. They are thinking about. It could be just a good 6 card hand, but they can't decide which, for example, which of 2 cards they're gonna lose here. Well, I mulliganed in the previous game, so I guess this evens out. That evens out that. So red-green. I guess one reason not to put in the equipment is that they have the creature that can kill artifacts when it enters the battlefield. I have the deck of many things, but usually by the time that I can cast it, the opponent would have played the creature already. They are really using a lot of time here. How hard of a decision it can be? It was that hard, but now they did it. So they kept 6. Okay, it's a bit tempting to wait with this. And no, I'm gonna just get the forest. There's no way I'm gonna. And the inspiring bard, it can actually trade, and then I can. Well, I mean, I can force them to block anyway if they have any creature here. If they don't, by the way. Oh, and they just have it. If they didn't have on the previous turn, why would they have now? I might have to play this for for no value. Please have something now. Okay, well that was a good one. So I definitely want to wait with the Sestra until I maybe get some card draw from it and force a block something. Let's see what's there for mana play. I assume there's gonna be something about. So this is very easy then. So this says target creature blocks this turn if able. So it doesn't say that target creature must be blocked. So I can't attack with them both. Sadly, I don't quite have the stuff for the pack tactics, but I can force that thing to block. Now, with the swamp I can use the Ray of Enfeeblement, but there's no way I'm gonna use it when they can have a white source and the dragon coming up. This is good enough value. I get the card and all that, so this guy has to block. No, what? Yeah, didn't I? Why doesn't it? It doesn't say anything about it. I mean, it's supposed to say something, right? There's no hanger or anything. I mean, it should say it blocks this turn if able, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna save my Ray of Enfeeblement. I have to do it. End of turn, I will pay 2 life, draw a card. Okay, that's not so bad. Hopefully they use a removal on that thing. No, they do not. So, they get 2 tokens. Yeah, Sestra is just so small. Okay, Precipitous drop here. Doesn't actually do a whole lot. It's not good situation at all. I mean, I need the pack tactics here. I know I can use the Ray of Enfeeblement. It just is so annoying if they have the white mana. I can use the Precipitous drop although, but... Okay then. Okay, fine. I have to do something else than just play the Basilisk. I hope they don't immediately have the dragon. They would need the white source somehow. But man, if they do. They might just take 2, which is fine because I have the Basilisk here anyway. Now they really think, because of course I wouldn't make this attack unless I get some kind of, I mean, I guess I could just attack with the Knoll Hunter and let it die and draw a card. That's a possibility. So no double block or anything. Okay, let's just do this. So my thing survives. I will get to draw a card. Okay, now that is something good now. Okay, so no white source into adult gold dragon. Okay, they had the barbarian again, which is no big deal. Yep. Am I going to offer it a trade here? I don't have to, but I guess I do want to draw cards every turn, so yep. They might take 2 damage too. So let's see if they have the Farideh's Fireball, because they did have it in the previous game. And now if they attack with the Hobgoblin Captain, and well, they would have to attack with everyone to give it first strike. Well, not exactly everyone, but I can block the other creatures if they kill the dragon and attack. Okay, they have the mana for it. Well, they did have the mana since that thing, but okay, that's completely fine now. So they don't have. Alright, so this is now... I don't want to use all my removal here. I think this is a good enough situation that I will offer the trade with the Knoll Hunter here. Now they will block with either the Basilisk or the Hobgoblin Captain, because it will start getting counters. And I don't want to use the removal because I want to draw a card for each turn. I don't have to worry about the life gain currently. I know I could remove the Basilisk and the Captain and have good blocks here for me, but this is also good. They take 4 and I get to draw a card. And I get to keep mana up here for the Hunter's Mark, which is an instant. And they don't have good attacks now at all. And next turn I can use the drop, for instance, to keep on drawing cards with the Sesra. Sure. Bull Strength. I could kill it, but I can also just play my other Sesra, so why would I do that? And so this is target creature block. So I'm gonna trade the Basilisk into Basilisk. Yep. Keep drawing cards, and I think, yeah, the Knoll Hunter is better than the Vampire Spawn, because this can get counters on the next turn, and I can still pay 2 life here. Okay, there's the deck. This might be time to actually start using the Precipitous drop here. I think I might do it now. I still have the Hunter's Mark. So now they don't have blocks on the Knoll Hunter. And I will... actually, how do I do it? Scry is still quite good. Yeah, I don't want to... I mean, I could go to Tomb of Annihilation, but let's take the Scry. It's immediately more useful than the life loss thing here. Don't really need any lands, not even swamps. I have 2 swamps, that's gonna be enough. And now I can just... I guess I'm gonna leave the 1-3 to block. I'm gonna play the vampire spawn though, but if this dies in combat, no, I will leave it to block because I don't want it to die in combat. I want to draw one more card maybe. And then I can do this, and this should be game over. They can find a removal on the green dragon, but they still have other stuff to deal with. Okay, so did I learn anything about their deck? So my deck has, oh, it has actually 2 artifacts, like because I forgot about the dungeon map. So maybe I could sideboard in the ranges longbow, because this has targets anyway that I might have in the play. So bull strength, 2 drops, pretty generic red-green deck that splashes for the adult gold dragon. Alright, well, what should I do? Regarding the ranges longbow, is one of the cards somehow bad? I still like the feign death, I really do. I just don't feel like I wanna lose any of these. Yeah, this ranges longbow is not that great. And I have 2 Ray of Enfeeblements and Steal the Eyes of the Beholder, and I can even kill the adult gold dragon with the Hunter's Mark. So I do have answers on it. So let's just keep it, I guess. I'm thinking about the feign death, but I didn't see that much removal. I saw the Farides Fireball, so maybe I don't need to have another of those. Plus I still don't know what I would be cutting here. So let's just do it like this. Okay, it's not a great hand, but I have the Ray, which of course doesn't kill any other of the creatures than the White Splash. Otherwise it's just a combat trick. But I kinda hope that well, I guess I hope that I draw something good, but I didn't draw exactly a 2. I hoped to draw a 2 or a 3 mana play. I guess I can still do it. But I mean, this is such a curve out from them that this is exactly the kind of way how you will lose games. Yeah, I didn't draw. Okay, so I should have mulliganed, but then again, drawing 3 cards by turn 3, it has a fairly good chance of giving me a 2 or 3 mana play. That's really not gonna do anything else than die, but at least it uses a card from the opponent. I did save 2 lives here. They have a Tagnar. Okay, so that is problematic. Yeah, I could draw a card by sacking this right now, but it's not gonna happen. I'm gonna play the Frogmouth. Sadly, there's no attack here, so they only need a Farius Fireball, and that's game over. Or they need a, you know, Bull Strength or something. This was just I kept a hand I maybe shouldn't have kept. Oh well. So they're gonna have both Pack Tactics trigger if they want to attack with all, but they don't. They have 7 mana. No blocks. They might have 8 mana next turn, but I have the Ray of Enfeeblement here. Swarming Goblins, okay. That is at least got only one friend there. So the problem is that the Green Dragon, I have to tap out for it. And I'm definitely not doing the Neverwinter Dryad on my own turn. I would draw a card, but I need a jump blocker, so let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes. Now they have the 8 mana here, so I have to block the Tagnar. And they get all that stuff. And I need to block. No, none of them has Trample though. So I can eat this guy. I can jump block this guy. I can block here. And use the Ray of Enfeeblement in response to this. They can activate it again, but... yeah, it's gonna be a 6-4, it's gonna be a... and then it's gonna be... oh yeah, it's gonna not help actually. Oh yeah, it's not gonna help. Yeah, that's right. It's gonna be 4-6, isn't it? It's gonna be a 4-6. Yep, okay. That was messed up. I should have jumped just the Tagnar there, because I could have drawn Eyes of the Beholder here. So I should have... I mean, never been the Dryad Ghost on the Tagnar, and then I put Frogimoth on the Swarming Goblins and use the Ray of Enfeeblement. Yep. It's not gonna give me a good chance to win here, but at least I could have drawn Vakka removal on this guy. So that was... I thought that the Ray of Enfeeblement in response to the first activation would do good stuff, but I didn't realize it's only -1 toughness against that creature always, and that's gonna give it enough toughness anyway. Okay, well, the opponent had a very good deck, so... and this deck of mine isn't really amazing. I don't know. I should have gone green-white, I guess. But I don't think I saw anything amazing quality white there, so it would have been a deck filled with just some commons, most likely. Not that my black cards feature anything too powerful, but I suppose the black-green, the golden uncommon did some work in the game too there. But we will see. I mean, we will see. It shall be seen if that's gonna be consistently a good performer or not. Alright, this is a reasonable hand because I can ramp into more lands, and I don't need the black here so far. So I could still have the Basilisk on turn 2, but let's see if I draw a land. I did, so I don't have to use the Dryad yet. But I have 1 mana card. But that could be a Ray of Enfeeblement, but I guess it could be Feign Death. That doesn't... I don't think that card says that it's a target creature you control. Okay. That card... I at least have 2 sideboard tools against that card, because I will need those. It's insanity how good that is. Alright, so no attacks. Let's do this. So the Basilisk, if they activate the Ranger class, the Basilisk has to block the 2/2. But this is just going to be so good late in the game. I guess I could have... well, it doesn't matter. Okay, that's... yeah, I guess it was better to just block right away. They didn't have a creature here, so they missed the counter on next turn. Now I'm thinking about stuff here. I'm thinking about Hoard Robber, deck of many things, and this. I can only do one of these. And if I play the Hoard Robber, I can't use the dungeon map. So it's going to be the... although... Hoard Robber will be a 3/5, but I don't think it matters too much, and they might still be able to block a 3/5. So let's just do it like this. Yeah, they do have a... I think it's gonna be a Feign Death. I guess if it's a Ray of Enfeeblement, they could have used on the Dryad now, because I don't have 2 mana up, but... okay. So what creatures are they gonna play? Alright. Well, that blocks everything. I'll guess I'll play my hand out. That thing is... yeah, so this makes it... okay, they also play white. So what's this? Okay, multiple... alright. This is horrible matchup. 6. Now... they have ways to untap it for sure, but... okay, I can make this force that thing to block, but it just doesn't do anything because it's a 4-5 against my guys. What I can do at some point is play this and sacrifice the Dryad. But I think this is the time when I just start doing this thing here. I mean, they have those blockers, and the one way to beat Ranger class is to raise the opponent, but not now. They have 5-6 and 4-6. I'm sure they can untap this Lurking Roper. So it's just, I mean, if I was able to attack there, I might have a chance, but now they are gonna just be at 16 play creatures, get value out of this forever. And they have a minimus containment, so deck of many things won't be doing anything. Hunter's Mark though. I don't have enough power. I need 5 power for my guys. I can only give 4 with this thing. So maybe with a deck of many things, I will sacrifice the Dryad, get a land, get a card. So yeah, this has to block. No, it doesn't matter because I'm not gonna attack. It just doesn't. There's no benefit. Oh, come on. Just in case. Yeah, I know. Well, I'm gonna start venturing. Over. Yeah, the Lurking Roper when you don't care about attacking, and they don't have. They are in no rush here. Okay, they have or not. They must have a way to untap those guys. But now if I do kill that thing, it's actually. But they do have the Feign Death. I know they have the Feign Death. That is so annoying. Ah man, they have kept the black open and they have the priority up. So this comes back as a 5/5 and it has trump and it draws a card. Otherwise, this would actually be a sweet one because I can attack for 8 damage. It will enter tapped. So I guess it's my only chance. So whatever, because this is gonna be a 3/3, and then I'm gonna kill this guy, and they're gonna feign death, draw a card, attack for 6, and next turn if they want to. Yeah, there was just no way for me to do anything different. I mean, my only chance is that I hope they have only lands in their hand, and they can't attack because I have a lethal counter attack here. I mean, that is really the only thing I have going on for me. But they just drew another card, so the entire game just. I mean, of course, after the Ranger class, I'm already a huge underdog, but when they had these Lurking Ropers, which, on the other hand, haven't untapped yet, so they are not that dangerous currently, but the old bear here. Okay, this was my chance that if they actually... Do they find a creature from the... No, another minimus containment, so they can't actually attack. Oh, and I drew this. Okay, this is almost lethal. Wow. Okay, that was oh, that was insane, because now I haven't actually ventured into a dungeon yet. All I need to do is that they don't gain life this turn and I go to Tomb of Annihilation. But if they do gain life, they get those blockers and all that. So they have also skeletal swarming. Okay, well, I know what I'm gonna sideboard, but look at this. I mean, I guess they made the mistake when they got greedy with the Lurking Ropers. I thought they had a way to untap them in their hand, but it turns out they did not. So they wanted me to block these and then use the Feign Death. But I of course just took the damage, and then they never were. Yeah, that was a greedy thing to do, to attack with them. They were basically they were holding my entire team back, but now I was able to win with this lucky top deck though. But anyway, well, I'm happy about the win, but now I need a Baleful Beholder and You Find a Cursed Idol. They have more. They have 2 minimus containments. They have a skeletal swarming. They have a ranger class. And to attack through the Lurking Ropers, I think I have to play the ranges longbow. And what is bad here? Well, at least not so useful is sampling ghast. I guess the Horde Dropper. I mean, I just must play all the big things I have here. Even the Vampire Spawn seems a bit bad, but I guess I need to have something here. And how good is the Ray of Enfeeblement? It's like a trick. It's only a trick, so I think I'm gonna not have it here. But I might need to have another Eyes of the Beholder. I mean, this is pretty crazy in terms of how my mana curve goes bad, but how do I win them otherwise? Well, this is so bad though. I mean, I don't know what to cut. Inspiring Bard. Oh man. Maybe I don't need 2 of these Cesras, but maybe they can draw some cards. How many creatures? Only 13 anymore. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut 1 Cesra and still play the Bard. Fine. This is how it goes. I have a lot of 6 drops here, but I guess I just need to mulligan any 2 landers in that case, unless they are really great and have a lot of mana acceleration. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. I don't have anything early here, but I'm worried about their late game, not about their early game. So I don't necessarily need anything early. Plus, I did draw an early thing here. Now they have a green and white up, so that means okay, they got all the and that's the card that is gonna. Well, that's the card I sideboarded in against that. Okay, find the path on the swamp. And scry. Well, with the green dragon, I actually want to draw the forest here. Okay. Oh, they should have attacked. They could have gained a life to untap this, but maybe they want to go to Lost Mine of Fandelver instead. Okay, they did attack now, so my Froghemoth can sadly doesn't eat a creature, but it's gonna gain me at least a life point. And then I can have the... Yeah, it's not so bad actually. I can have a ranges longbow. I mean, I am assuming this is gonna untap now. It has to untap now. I mean, why would they attack if they can't untap it? Okay, well they have another lurking rope. Now they do have okay, well actually the Bard is better. I could play this and equip and still have the Feign Death up too, but 6/6. If they have a, they might have a pump spell. They might have a Feign Death on the two. Well, I'll play my own creature rather than the longbow. But yeah, they do have a card of some kind. So this gets +2/+2, and we will see what happens. They might have a Feign Death, but it enters tapped. Okay, they had a Bullstring on that, which is good for them. That also untaps it, and they don't fool around. I can't kill it, but this comes back as a 5/5. Oh, I can kill it, of course. Wait a minute, why would that double block? I actually forgot that I had the pump active from the Inspiring Bard. Why did they just single block it? They lost the other one for no reason. Oh, okay, they have that. Okay, well, I have a... Okay, so I'm actually so confused because I almost ordered the blockers wrong because when they double blocked, I of course assumed I'm not gonna kill either of them. But this was a 6/6. And I didn't even pay attention to ordering the blockers because I kind of forgot at that point that my guy was a 6/6. And why would they double block there? They had a 6/7 to block my 6/6. Well, anyway, I have two options. I can kill the Minimus Containment here. And this is a 5/5. Or I can just play my dragon and attack here. I think I will do this first. Because now if that thing blocks it, it will get destroyed from the dragon's ability. Okay, they have a feint death. No, they don't. Okay, what do they? Okay, so that's fine. They have only 2 cards left. Wow, and that was one of them at least was a land. Well, there's no target for the you find a cursed idol other than the minimum's containment, so let's do that then. Destroy target enchantment. Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be game over, and I have even mana to do all this. Sure. All of these will go away. I get some life and counters on this thing. Wow. Both are lethal now. Okay, they flooded out. And I should move the equipment there, but no need. They flooded out. Well, I guess they had 8. No, I had 6 lands. In both games, the double lurking roper didn't matter, but I think in both games, opponent made some plays they maybe didn't have to. In this game, the double block was no reason to do that, although my flyer seemed to be lethal here anyway. And in the first game, they attacked with the lurking ropers and they stayed tapped and they never were able to block me. But I'm still alive in this event, sort of, because I still can win the final match to get some rewards out of it. Okay, I go first, and it's a nice hand. Opponent mulligans. So now this is when you have the kind of dream curve dried into a 2-drop. You don't have, it's not, you can't do the without cost the activation on turn 2. I might want to just play the Knoll Hunter. Opponent kept 6 there. Do they have a 1-drop? Yes, they do. They can attack with it. Because blocking it would mean that my creature dies and they don't. So I don't have to sacrifice this for anything. It doesn't benefit me. So I can just play the Find the Path on the next turn. And then I also have some things that benefit from. I can't block this because it will deal 2. So yeah, I have creatures. I have the bullet and then I have 2 of the Sesras that care about creatures dying. So I might just wait until I get something like that. Plus it deals 1 damage in the meanwhile. So let's attack. They have nothing apparently. And Find the Path is going to... It could go to Tomb of Annihilation. I have 2, because this drop will also give me a... I don't know, let's do this now. I kind of feel like Scry still. I mean, I can't go to the Cradle of the Death card, so let's just go with the Scry, which is valuable right away. Feign Death. Yeah, no, I need the creatures, not... I mean, it could make the Knoll Hunter a 3-3, but I'd just rather draw a creature instead. Bugbear. Okay, they can actually raise me beneficially. And I did not draw a... Didn't draw a creature. Now I could go to the Goblin Lair. I could kill the Javeliner, but... I could also make the Bugbear a 1-1. It's not really that useless. But if they have a way to sacrifice, they could be black-red. I'm gonna still attack now. They could be black-red. So if they can sacrifice this for value, it would be annoying. Come on. What do I do here now? Like this. Okay, let's get the token here. I'm gonna just kill the 1/1. No need for treasure here. Hopefully they don't have like a good 2 toughness creature. And hopefully I draw one of my heavy hitters. I have a couple of green dragons. I have the book of the deck of many things. I go to 11 now. That could be a mono red deck too. It's not impossible. Okay, why would they main face that? They have something else. Okay, that's... Okay, main facing that wasn't... Oh, steal a land. Great axe. Well, it is an equip of 5. So I'm going to... still keep the attacks going, but I will only attack with this guy. If they double block... Okay, fine. I need to draw something here now. I mean, I've drawn a bit too many lands to my liking. Okay, they have the mana to equip, +4/+0. I have a couple of jump blocks and I can trade with the 1/1s here. Okay, feign death. Well, it's the best I got. Funnily, that was the card I had scribed to the bottom, but I shuffled my deck, so I got it again. I just have to double block. Hope they don't have instant speed interaction. I was kind of hoping to draw any creature because this thing has only 3 toughness. It's not really that impossible to block here, but apparently that happened. Oh, they have something. That means I'm not going to survive here. Oh, they didn't have anything that helps that bugbear there. Okay, well, I still have to deal with these 5 power, 5 1s. So let's draw not a land. How about that? I've been saying great axe is not very good, but you know, in this situation it is actually good. Oh yeah. Look at that. Lands. Any creature can deal with this goblin, but I have no creatures here at all. So they have a mono red aggressive goblin deck. They might even have the goblin rare, who knows. But now this is just insane. This is just insane if I keep on drawing lands. Okay, Sheshra. Would have been nice to draw a card from it, but I didn't have anything really. I just have to... I mean, they are also having a lot of lands, so who knows? Maybe these are the final creatures. Okay, I take 6 here. I mean 5, of course, if I get to kill this for free. Or maybe they have the final card in their hand is a dueling rapier. I still get to kill it for free. So now if I only draw a creature, all is fine. If I don't, I lose to 7 damage. Or removal works too. Okay, that's a creature. Exciting. Now if opponent doesn't draw a removal, I'm still in the game. By the way, 1 toughness creature actually doesn't help here, but this gladly has 2. Okay, so that will have first strike. They are not gonna attack with the Javeliner now. I need to draw again something. Maybe a deck of many things. Could be funny. Ray of Enfeeblement is actually... it's reasonably good against this deck. They have so many 1 toughness creatures. I'm gonna sideboard the second one in for sure. Oh, they choose to attack. Okay. I mean, the Hobgoblin Captain will have first strike anyway, because it will be like 7... it will be, what? 9 power? Oh, frog moth. So, how many creatures I can eat here? Not enough. And creatures are not... I always mix this up with scavenging ooze. This only gains life when you exile non-colored creatures. So... No, what did I say? Non-creature... Did I say non-colored creatures? Non-creature cards. So, sadly, because of all the equipment they have, I'm gonna take 9. I can gain only 1 life. So that means I have to jump block, because it will also have first strike. But I mean, that's the play I have to make, so let's do it. Not much to do about it. I wish I drew an array of enfeeblement instead. Alright, well this thing will finish me off then. That will have menace. I don't think anything helps anymore. They have 2... Well, actually this will be lethal if they... Yeah, they can move the great axe to it. Alright. So that was a bit unfortunate. The card I never considered good actually was very relevant there. Spear dagger works too. Array of enfeeblement works. I think the Sylvan Shepherd is quite okay against that deck. And you find a cursed idol if I really want to... I don't really need to deal with this equipment. They are not that good usually, so it's not worth cutting something to have them. How about the Fang Death? Did I see removal? I didn't actually see, but it might still be okay. Sampling cast also very good. What is not good in here? I think Eyes of the Beholder isn't good. Vampire Spawn is good. Do I need that many ramp effects now? Maybe I can lose one of them. This is good blocker though. Well, not on the Javeliners. Okay, fine. I cut one of these because I did cut a 6-drop. And then maybe the Sheshra is... I don't necessarily want to pay life too much here. So this seems to be the deck I'm going to play. It's still 14 creatures. Decent amount of blockers. And the same late game win conditions. I think this is decent sideboarding here for this deck. And that is a decent hand too. With the Sampling Ghast, Ray of Enfeeblement and 2-3 blocker against their deck. I do like the chances. I don't recall seeing a lot of removal from them. So Green Dragon can actually go the distance if I just can stabilize. Leather armor. Now that is not very offensive thing at all. It's only giving what +0/+1 and what? Okay, well that gets menace for free because that is free equip once per turn. Spear dagger. Well, that's convenient, but I'm still gonna play the Vampire Spawn here. Now they would block now, so I don't attack. That's only 2 power menace guy, it's not really that nasty. Plus I can double block it if I really want to, but let's see if they... I mean, it's not really that... It's a bit risky if they have... Well, I don't even... Yeah, I can't have pay for the ward cost with the Sampling Ghast, so I will take 2 if they attack, who cares. I'm actually going to be able to raise them with this hand. I drew the forest, I only need a couple of lands for the Green Dragon or the treasure and 1 land. So yeah. If I knew they have nothing, this is of course a fantastic double block, but if they have something, there's no point. I mean, it's only 2 damage, so whatever. Xorn. Okay. Well. That is not so nice. Because they can move the leather armor to Xon here. Am I supposed to just trade damage? No. What I'm supposed to do is this. I will leave the sampling gas as a blocker. But I'm gonna attack for 3. Decline that. So I could have attacked them to 13 here by equipping the sampling gas. Now they might block here. And then I take 2. But I can take 2. Now that I drew the forest here, it does seem like... Now I can also cast this. I'm actually... Yeah, this is actually now a good use for the... Yeah, this actually made more sense now. So yeah, point is that I only need 1 more land for the green dragon. So if I draw non-lands, that's good. I guess I have one. Yeah, I have another 6-drop. I did sideboard the Eyes of the Beholder away, so only one 6-drop in the deck. So only one non-land card I cannot cast. It's the other green dragon. Otherwise, I either do draw the land, or I actually should have. I kind of forgot this. If I wasn't so foolish, I would have moved the Spear Dagger here, so they couldn't actually attack with this. I could trade with it. But now I did draw the land here, so next turn it's gonna be the green dragon. Now I'm gonna do this thing. Just took 3 for no reason there, I think. This says is dealt damage, so this is actually a good combination with the Spear Dagger. It doesn't have to be combat damage. So I can throw the dagger to anything after the Poison Breath has triggered. And then that thing will die. But let's see if they gonna... They are stuck at 3 lands, so they have a lot of spells in there. But with the green dragon, it's going to be easier for me to... It's gonna be easier for me to erase them. But I have to be wary of the pair of goblins thing, that which can give, for instance, +2/+0 to all of their creatures. So I'd rather trade here stuff. Oh, they have the... Oh man. Well, I can kill it, but I take here another 6 now. That starts to be a bit risky. But what can you do? Yeah, I mean, I might just lose on the next turn. Well, maybe not next turn, but okay, well, again, I do need something. Plus, this can actually block, kind of forgot it. Anyway, this attack, and then I will sacrifice to kill this hobgoblin thing here. If you take damage, will die, and now the bugbear is only at 3/3. So if they now attack, I mean, I'm taking 5 or I'm gonna block the bugbear. I have to actually start blocking the armory veteran at some point. Yeah, I think they have the +2/+0 equipment there. But if I take 5 now, I'm so close to dead that I have to just do this. I guess I didn't need to attack with the vampire spawn, but then again it's only a 2/3. It doesn't trade with the bugbear. Can you come to a null? What did... Oh, my opponent. It doesn't work like that when it... Okay, they just wasted this for no reason. Why would they do that? That also means I would have died if I... Okay, the great axe is back. Alright, so I need to leave some blockers. So this will be... If they equip the Great Axe, they don't have any more mana. They would also need to have a land for that. So I'm gonna play the Knoll Hunter and leave those two to block. They can also make it the 4-3. But they just wasted the Knoll Camp thing. Oh man. I mean, they were actually winning the game so easily. Hoarding Ogre? Oh, that works. That works. But I have some double blocks available. Especially if I don't draw land. But that's too much to ask. Well, there are no attacks anymore. Okay then. So they can... Yeah, I need to... Yeah, it's not great. It's not great at all. I need to draw creatures. It's again the same thing as in game 1. They have more... I mean, their equipment are good when they have a lot of... I mean, they don't draw as many lands as I, because all of their creatures, I can mostly trade with them. Well, actually not in this case when they can move the equipment there. I have to lose 2 creatures. They're not gonna attack with. Okay, they are not gonna attack at all. Okay, well I did draw a creature, but I actually do have more expensive stuff in my deck. I think I should maybe play the Swamp, because I might get a deck of many things which can draw me 2 cards, which can give me a land, and then yeah, it's a possibility I need all my mana. Well, I have now 4 creatures to there too, and I can double block them both. So I lose all my creatures, they lose those creatures, and it's a top deck war now. Okay, I take 2. That's bad. That is very bad. And now they can... Okay, they just don't want to attack. That is kinda good. I get to scry at least. But who am I going to equip? Sorry, enchant. This thing has menace, so I don't think it's a good idea. I can, yeah, block with just a sampling ghast if I, yeah, definitely do this. And scry into something good, shall I? Yeah, well, that's basically to draw a card because there was a useless land in there. Now they are top decking. And they get another menace creature that was, in terms of top decks, let's just say, pretty amazing. They should just attack now with the other one. No. They allowed me to draw a card, but sadly it was just a land. Because they should have attacked with this, because I have to lose 2 creatures there. And then next turn this is going to... It's gonna force me to draw a creature. But I guess... Well, now this other Armory Veteran is not lethal, so I can double block this 6-3 and block the 1-1, and I'm still left at... It's not great, but it's still something. I'm glad they didn't attack with this, but my deck kind of... Okay, they don't want to attack at all. Find the Path is gonna give me a 1-1, which is extremely strong. Because all the creatures are now so good. I guess the opponent, yeah, if they did attack a bit more, they could have... Well, that's... Okay, let's not draw a land. I need to match their plays. Sadly, I have to lose 2 creatures on each of these Armory Veterans. They just don't realize it, and they should have started attacking a long time ago with them. I mean, the Armory Veterans are insane draws for them with all the equipment, because they can force me to lose 2 creatures, but no, they... Well, I mean, they have won the game already if they played a bit better, I think. So I guess I'm leaving on extended time, and the reason I'm losing here is, of course, this amount of lands I have drawn here. So 1 is on the bottom of the deck, 1 is in my hand, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 7 lands and 15 non-lands. Basically, I have drawn 10 lands and 8 non-lands. Well, considering the Scry as one, well, nine lands and 9 non-lands. But yeah, now the opponent finally realized what they should do there. Well, that's actually... I guess I'll jump. Let's see if they assign the damage properly, because now I'm not gonna lose 2 when they attack with this guy. I'm gonna only losing 1 of these. And if they don't assign the damage in a proper way, I can actually get to kill the Armory Veteran. Because they should only assign 6 to the 1/1 with no death trigger. And then I would still lose my... Well, actually that will allow my sampling gas to survive. So no, it's actually doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So I have the mana to pay for this. So now I need to have something like a, let's say, a removal spell. That would be, by the way, very good. Well, actually I need a creature. Well, I don't know, let's see. What is it going to be? I just lose, of course, if I draw yet another land. 7 out of 22 are lands. 15 out of 22 are creatures, non-lands. Yeah, well, that's all the lands. That's game over. They drew these Armory Veterans here. Well, I guess it didn't even matter, because now that they just 6-3, I needed a creature here anyway. But that was a pretty nice flood to complete the event here. But I suppose I had 3 O's in a row, so... In my traditional drafts, of course, premier drafts haven't been quite good. And the deck wasn't that good, but the last match was really... I flooded in both games, so what can you do? This thing drew me a lot of cards in the one game. I had 2 of these, in fact. And I guess in a bit more aggressive deck, for example, if you have the 3-drops that are 4/2s on your turn, for instance, definitely this is a lot better. Now I didn't have a lot of ways to generate value on turn 4 necessarily, because I had like a 2-3, a 2-2. I guess the Death Toucher was the only thing that was kind of a sure way to attack and force a trade. But anyway, not a great deck, so the 1-2 wasn't really that disappointing, but the floods in the last match were pretty annoying. I will be drafting more premier drafts this month, because I will try to go to the mythic top 1200. Because when you get the August slot for the next qualifier is actually sealed deck. It's not even in September. I think it's at beginning of October is the next qualifier after this one, which is standard. So I will try to get to the top 1200 rank, and I will be playing more premier drafts. So if you are a fan of traditional drafts, I just apologize that I won't be posting daily traditional drafts in August, unless I actually get to the mythic rank, top like 600 or so, and then I can just sit on my rating, and then I will be playing just traditional drafts in that case. Next one will be, for instance, a premier draft, of course, because this one was traditional. Thank you for watching, and bye-bye.